Who is known as the father of English poetry? Geoffrey Chaucer. What is Geoffrey Chaucer's most famous work, The Canterbury Tales? Which historical event marks the beginning of the Middle English period, the Norman conquest of 1066? What language did the Normans bring to England after the conquest? Norman French. Who wrote the poem Sir Gawain and the Green Knight? An anonymous author. What is the central theme of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight? Chivalry and honor. Which historical figure is a protagonist in the medieval romance La Morte d'Arthur? King Arthur. Who is the author of Piers Plowman? William Langland. What is the subject matter of Piers Plowman? An allegorical vision of a Christian's life. What is the Pearl poet known for? Writing 4 poems including Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. What is the York Mystery Plays? A collection of medieval plays depicting biblical stories. What is the alliterative revival? A return to using alliteration as a prominent poetic technique in Middle English literature. Which event marked the end of the Middle English period? The introduction of the printing press to England in the late 15th century. What is a fabliau? A short humorous narrative often containing elements of satire. Which medieval work portrays the struggle between knights and giants? Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Which historical figure is a central character in The Canterbury Tales? Thomas Becket. What is the Book of Margery Kempe known for? It is considered one of the earliest autobiographies in English. Which famous medieval poem presents a debate between the body and the soul of a deceased person? The debate of the body and the soul. Who is the author of the Middle English poem The Owl and the Nightingale? An anonymous author. What is the Ancren Ways? A guide for anchorites offering advice on religious life. Who wrote The Cloud of Unknowing, an important work of Middle English mysticism, an anonymous author. What are romances in the context of Middle English literature? Narrative tales of adventure often involving knights and chivalry. What is Gower's Confessio Amantis, a long narrative poem by John Gower written in Middle English? What is the primary focus of the Catherine group text, to Saint Catherine and discussions of her life? Who was Mary France and what is she known for? A medieval poet known for her lays and fables. What is the Cursor Mundi? An extensive Middle English poem that provides an overview of biblical history. Which medieval work explores the legendary history of Britain, including King Arthur, Geoffrey Monmouth's Historia Regum Britannia? Who is the author of Harley Lyrics, various anonymous poets? What is the Wycliffe Bible? An English translation of the Bible from Latin associated with John Wycliffe. What is the Prick of Conscience, an influential religious poem in Middle English? Who is the author of Patience, a Middle English alliterative poem, an anonymous author? What is the time period of Middle English literature, years between 1100 to 1500? What is the Morte d'Arthur, a Middle English poem that tells the story of King Arthur's final battle? Who is the author of the medieval allegorical poem Pearl, an anonymous author? What is Havelock the Dane, a Middle English romance about a Danish prince who becomes King of England? What is the Patience poem about? It's a retelling of the biblical story of Jonah and the whale, focusing on patience. Who is the author of The Owl and the Nightingale? The author is unknown, but they are often referred to as the master of the owl. What is the Book of the Duchess about? It's a poem by Chaucer expressing grief over the death of Blanche, the wife of John of Gaunt. Who was John Gower? A contemporary Chaucer, he wrote poetry in both Latin and English, including Confessio Amantis. What are mortality plays? They are allegorical dramas that teach moral lessons, often personifying virtues and vices. What is the Miller's Tale? Who was Julian of Norwich, an important English mystic known for her work Revelations of Divine Love. What is the Ormulum? A Middle English word consisting of homilies based on the Gospels written by Orm. What are the mystery plays? They are medieval plays that depict stories from the Bible, often performed in cycles. What is the Anchor Rule? A guide for anchors offering advice on religious life similar to Anchor Wise. What is the Prose Brute? A chronicle British history written in Anglo-Norman, later translated in Middle English. Who was John Lydgate? A poet known for his extensive works including Troy Book and The Fall of Princes. What is the primary setting for Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales? The Canterbury Tales is set on a pilgrimage to the shrine of Thomas Becket in Canterbury. What literary form did Every Man exemplify? A morality play. What is the central theme of the Pearl poet's works? Themes of chivalry, morality, and religious devotion. What is the significance of the Harley 2253 manuscript? It contains wealth of Middle English lyrics and poems. What is known for composing La Morte d'Arthur? Sir Thomas Malory. Who is the author of Piers Plowman? Piers Plowman is attributed to William Langland. What is the focus of the Cloud of Unknowing? It emphasizes contemplative prayer and pursuit of a direct experience of God. What is the term for the Middle English religious texts focused on the lives of saints, saints' lives or hagiography? Who is considered as the father of Middle English literature? Geoffrey Chaucer. What is the Canterbury Tales known for? Diverse collection of stories on a journey to a shrine. What is the central theme of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight? Chivalry, honor, and testing of one's virtue in the face of challenges. What is the significance of the Pearl Poet? The Pearl Poet is the presumed author of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, Pearl, Patience, and Cleanness.